All right, we're here doing an attempt to repair. We've gone and identified this shingle to pull just because it's got a nice defined crease on it, easy to see. I've gone ahead and pulled the nails out already just to shorten the length of the video, but other than that, I've done zero manipulation. Hopefully when I pull on this, it's loose. If it's snagged, that means there's a hiding nail somewhere. So one thing I always like to point out is this gouging out around the nail heads. That occurs just from like prying them up. These old brittle shingles, you know, when you get in there, it just kind of disintegrates. Obviously we're seeing mat transfer to where the sealant is going to be no longer functional. We're going to replace this with a new one. That new shingle is not going to stick down to here. This shingle will stick to it because it's going to have a fresh sealant strip. But we've had to pull these up too to get to the second course of nails, and these are no longer going to stick back down. So let's try to get this new shingle in here.
It's fine.
With the help of a roof snake, just so that we don't have to lift it too high, to get these nails back in. We're seeing it snag on this underlayment here. If you can zoom in and see any of that, might be shaded out, but the shingle is just getting caught right there, and the underlayment seems to be pretty, susceptible to damage too. So I'm gonna try to get this over that lip without tearing up the underlayment much or lifting too high, but to get this in the right place, gotta do whatever the necessary amount of manipulation is. We're trying to be gentle, but as you can see here, you often hit some unforeseen things. An extra nail in there underneath the shingle head, underneath the shingle. All right, that's about where we want it. Looks like we do have a little bit of a size discrepancy. We got a bigger gap on this side than that side. Something, the roof snake is the best tool we have, but in order to get the nail to drive in flush, you have to hold it at a parallel angle to the pitch of the roof, right? So that means you've got to rest this bottom part of the tool on this lower shingle here pretty often just to get the nail to drive in straight, which can cause what is essentially exactly the same as hail damage. Final course of nails in here and get out of this awkward position. For all intents and purposes of the repair, you can let this be our last nail. Alright. Let's kind of go through, simulate what a light wind or rain would do. And you can see here that we have lots of granule loss appearing right here at this crease strip where that was, lifted up. You can see the point of weakness being created there. It's floppy here, there's a crease there. It's happened on this shingle too. There's already a hail hit on that one. Viable for replacement anyway, but it is more damaged than when we showed up. So we cannot consider this a successful repair.